I'm Carlos Parisi, and I'm here to prove that you don't need to rely on burgers and hot dogs and pizza and whatever else you can find on the road. Because with an RV, you got all the tools you need right here to cook an incredible meal. To help prove that, I'm picking up my friend John, one of the best chefs in the city of Detroit right now, who's been working at Ladder 4 Wine Bar, a wine bar. They're not a restaurant. And he's been doing this in closets. He's been cooking everywhere where people told him that he couldn't. So anybody that's gonna show us what we can do here, it's John. I'm excited. We got it. We got the RV. We're making it happen. Let's do it. John.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Thank you so much for having me in the space.
Of course. Welcome.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. John Yelinek, Ladder 4 Wine Bar. First and foremost, incredible space.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I just get to work here, and we have a lot of fun every day.
Tell me a little bit about the wine bar.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're in an old firehouse. Building is 1910, literally dirt floor when the building was built. When the Detroit Fire Department got out of the building, the two proprietors, James and Patrick, brothers who grew up in the city, took over and slowly over several years built what it is today.
Thanks for having me in the space, man.
Absolutely.
You want to show us around?
Yeah, totally.
Let's do it. All right, cool. I'll follow you.
This is where a lot of our wine lives. Anything you can dream up and ask us for, we probably have something to scratch that itch. Even if we don't have the producer that you had somewhere else, or the exact wine that you drank at your wedding or something like that, you know, talk to us and we'll make your dream come true.
To me, that speaks so much to the craft, the story, the love, the inspiration that you have, not just in the love for the wine, but the love for the producers, the love for the ingredients, and that translates directly to the food. And I think that you've done a great job to echo that sentiment in every step here at Ladder 4. Now, let's go in the kitchen. Out of all the kitchens that I've ever seen you working with or worked with you in, this is the biggest.
Yeah, it's that's saying a lot. You know? I mean, it works. It's by no means huge. We don't have a basement prep kitchen or commissary or anything like that, but we make it work, and we can do up to roughly 150 covers out of this for dinner. It's definitely the hard way. We're only able to do what we do because everybody here is such a stone cold killer of a cook. So,
but this wasn't designed as a kitchen. This is just a room.
Yeah, this was an addition to the 1910 structure. This was added on. James wanted to kind of future-proof the space. I mean, there's a hood. There's enough equipment to do something with. We brought in this grill. I kind of need to burn some sort of combustible material in order to really do my thing.
I've said it before. The flavors that you put into food, the way that you're able to create a taste with texture, temperature, and everything in between. Yeah. And you rely on great ingredients.
Yeah. It's ingredient-driven cooking at its core. And, everyone says this, and it's definitely easier said than done, but we just try to get good stuff and not mess it up.
I've watched you cook in a literal closet. Mm-hmm. And to come here and you're still, no matter what the situation, you make it work.
Yeah.
And today, I want to take you from your kitchen here to my kitchen. And we're going to see what works.
Awesome.
Let's do it. Welcome to my house.
Wow.
This is the Thor Quantum Luxury Home on Wheels.
Big boy.
It's a big boy. You can't get any more luxurious and beautiful in terms of camping, cooking, living than this boy. I want to show you where we're cooking.
Let's do it.
Here, check this place out, though. Hey, John, you good in there?
I'm good.
All right, come on out.
Just had to clock in.
Oh, nice. All right. Full outfit change?
That's right.
I've seen you cook in much smaller kitchens than that.
Yeah.
In here, we've got two ranges. We've got the flat top induction, too, which is really nice. Sink, fridge, and freezer. What can I get you out the fridge?
I'll just take eggs.
You got it. What are we cooking today?
Just doing a really, really basic French omelet, which is Fun because you just need eggs, butter, and some salt.
When you're camping, you want to keep the menu simple, like an omelet for breakfast or anytime. So simple, so delicious. And nobody does it better than John.
Really, really nice eggs.
Beauty, some salt. Yeah, those are good looking eggs.
They look great. They're just from a guy. From a guy with wine and eggs to sell. He shows up to sell us wine once a week, and he also shows up with a ton of eggs. We use these for pasta. We use these for everything nice where the eggs really make a difference.
Yeah.
So,
good quality ingredients from a good quality guy.
exactly.
The number one rule when you're cooking, keep it simple. And that's in the campsite or basically anywhere. So this is just very much a kitchen that you're familiar with. Super simple.
Yeah.
And you're making simple food, simple ingredients.
That's it.
When you go camping, like what is maybe some preparation that you do for food ahead of time?
Mainly I try and like limit the number of things that are highly perishable or highly sensitive to fluctuation in like temperature. Or like, water, obviously, when I'm using a cooler. I don't honestly have the luxury often of something like a fridge or anything like that. But mostly like just keep versatile stuff on hand, things you can make multiple meals with, right? And this is the part where you just let it do its thing. And if you mess it up, if you go to roll it out of the pan, she doesn't work, you just have a nice plate of scrambled eggs.
What was that little trick?
Just making sure she's not stuck. Flip her over. And that's an omelet.
Beauty.
Yeah.
That was so fast and so simple.
It's breakfast or dinner or lunch.
You're an egg all the day guy.
Yeah, totally.
It smells great. Can we take a bite?
Go for it.
Oh yeah. Cheers, my man.
A little creamy in the middle.
Super juicy, super simple.
That's it.
Yeah, that's a good egg. Good job, man.
Yeah.
Dude, you've got me inspired to want to make my French omelet too. I don't know if I'd like to see you critique me, please, because I don't think that mine's good, but that was really good. So we're gonna try mine out.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm just gonna do 2 eggs on mine. As a matter of fact, toss his hair up. Now we're cooking. You put salt in your eggs when you're mixing it, right?
Right before I hit it in the pan.
How long have you been cooking?
Not that long.
And you're as professional as it gets.
I've been cooking professionally around like 7 years.
Oh yeah, love that sizzle. I'm a heavy butter guy when it comes to my French omelet.
Butter's got to sizzle. If it doesn't sizzle, your eggs are gonna stick.
Totally. Get a little bit of browning on that butter. So far, this is pretty cool. I mean, I'm liking how just efficient this burner is, honestly.
Yeah, it's solid. Plenty of heat.
Yeah. So one thing that I learned about French omelet, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but there's butter every step of the way here. I could be totally wrong.
I've never done it that way. Sometimes I'll wipe a little butter over the top of it when it's done to make it glossy, but just plenty in the pan is all I ever really go. I think it's really more about your mindset.
Just got some breakage on mine.
Making it quick, keeping it custardy and soft in the middle, and keeping it from really like browning on the outside is the main thing.
Fair. Well, I
the
think
only way that
failed
happens is like doing it really fast and keeping everything moving. That's good. That looks good.
Was that all right?
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously, you got some color.
It's brown.
You got some color on it. It's somewhere between like a classic like French omelet and like a diner omelet, bouncy and still tender and creamy.
I'd be honored to see what you think. Definitely a lot more butter.
It's like it's got that Dooley's omelet thing.
That's what I love.
The brown eggs.
The old school Coney brown egg omelet.
It's really hot.
We cooked a couple of really good omelets in here. Thank you so much, man. It's always an
Absolutely.
honor to cook with you. This is just another great thing that we've done together. So
Of course.
thank you. I appreciate you.
Enjoy the trip.
Get back to work. No matter what we cook up, food makes memories. It's a beautiful thing. And when you're traveling on the road, those memories are key. In the RV, who knows what you'll cook up. See you guys on the next trip. Are you thinking about shopping for a new RV? Head over to generalrv.com right now for the chef special, $500 off for a new RV. Thanks, General RV.